the Chi-Town experience on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the like.
This huge hypothetical trade in the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft would take the Chicago Bears offense to the next level. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So, Bears fans, we are another day closer to the start of the 2025 NFL Draft. And on a scale of 1 to 10 in the comment sections, let me know how excited you guys are to see who Ryan Poles and the Bears draft with that number 10 overall pick in the upcoming NFL Draft. My excitement level is currently at a number 10 because we don't know what direction Ryan Poles is going to go in. We've been talking about every single hypothetical scenario. We've been talking about trade ups for Abdul Carter. We've been talking about trade downs for Omarion Hampton or Kenneth Grant. We have been talking about staying put and hopefully landing guys like Tyler Warren or Ashton Jeanty, the running back out of Boise State. Ryan Poles has set himself up to go in any direction he sees fit and any direction he thinks that can elevate the Chicago Bears going into next season. But on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I want to share once again yet another hypothetical scenario that really favors Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears offense in a move that I feel like that would take the Bears offense to the next level. So as always, as I'm going through this hypothetical scenario, that means do not attack me too hard in the comment section. This is just hypothetical. But as I'm going through this scenario, make sure you guys engage with me down below in the comment section. So first and foremost, at pick number 10, I think it should be very simple. If he is there, I think the Bears should draft tight end Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State. And this is just assuming that Ashton Jeanty is gone. If Ashton Jeanty is off the board and Tyler Warren is there, I think this would be the simple pick for Ryan Poles and the Bears. Once again, 6'6", 261 pounds in 2024, had 104 catches for 1,230 receiving yards, 8 total touchdown receptions with 11.8 yards per catch. And once again, Tyler Warren is a do-everything tight end. Ben Johnson had an interview a couple of weeks ago where he said Tyler Warren is the ultimate football player. He can play in line. He can play in the slot. He can play as a wingback and fullback. He's a physical player as well. Willing blocker, strong hands, was third in contested catches with 13 in 2024. This would be a big-time weapon for Caleb Williams in this Bears offense. And, of course, we have Cole Kmet. But I feel like Cole Kmet and Tyler Warren together would be just absolutely lethal and really take the Chicago Bears offense to the next level. So now after that, I think the Chicago Bears should actually trade back into the first round for running back Omarion Hampton. Yes, I think the Bears, for the most part, want a tight end. And I think if Tyler Warren's there, they're going to take him because he's going to be the best player available on their board. But I also think the Chicago Bears desperately want to add a running back, a 3-down running back to add to DeAndre Swift. So in this hypothetical scenario, Ryan Poles and the Bears get the best of both worlds. You get your tight end and Tyler Warren to elevate the offense, and then you trade back into the first round to land, to me, a game-changing running back in Omarion Hampton. And in this scenario, the Bears would trade number 39, a 2026 first and third round picks to Tampa Bay for the number 19th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. And I know what you guys are thinking. I am not too fond of trading next year's first either. I try to go through multiple different scenarios where maybe the Bears trade number 39 and a next year's second and third to trade back up into the first. But I think if they want to trade up for any player, whether it's a defensive tackle, a defensive end, or even a running back like Omarion Hampton, they're going to have to give up a next year's first in the 2026 NFL Draft to go get the player that they want. And once again, this is just hypothetical. I'm not saying this needs to happen, but in this scenario, the Bears do get the best of both worlds. Once again, when you're looking at a guy like Omarion Hampton, 6'1", 220 pounds, has a good combination of size, explosiveness, and lower body strength, wants to erase people and pass protection, so he's a willing blocker, and also has strong natural hands as a pass catcher. So once again, Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles, and the Bears are looking for a 3-down running back to complement DeAndre Swift, and Omarion Hampton would be the perfect complement to Swift in the Chicago Bears offense. I know we've been talking a lot about Ashton Jeanty, but I feel like when you're looking at Ashton Jeanty and Omarion Hampton, it's really 1A and 1B. But after Hampton and Jeanty, there is kind of a little drop-off with guys like Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, Cam Skattebo. I'm not saying those guys are not good, but most of the time when you're looking at running backs in this year's NFL draft class, you're looking at Ashton Jeanty and Omarion Hampton as your first round running back. So if they have a strong feeling about Omarion Hampton, they could be really aggressive in this trade up. And once again, going back to Omarion Hampton, back-to-back seasons of 1,500 or more rushing yards and back-to-back seasons with 15 rushing TDs. So with this scenario, Bears fans, at number 10, you're adding a game-changing tight end and Tyler Warren that can do everything. And at number 19, you're trading up and letting a game-changing running back and Omarion Hampton to pair with DeAndre Swift. And once again, adding both of these players in round one would really take Caleb Williams and the Bears offense to the next level. So now if you add both of these guys and Tyler Warren and the running back Omarion Hampton, you're looking at a Bears offense that looks like this now. Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, DeAndre Swift, Omarion Hampton, Cole Kmet, Tyler Warren, and that is with an upgraded offensive line and also with Ben Johnson calling the plays. This offense, to me, on paper, would be absolutely lethal. At that point, you would have done everything for Caleb Williams to make sure he was successful going into year two. An offensive-minded head coach in Ben Johnson, upgrading the offensive line with guys like Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, and upgrading the center as well. And then adding Omarion Hampton and Tyler Warren would just be the cherry on top. So personally, Bears fans, this is just hypothetical. I'm not saying it needs to happen, but I think for once, this would be Ryan Poles investing fully on the offensive side of the football. And in this hypothetical trade scenario, I only gave up pick number 39. We would still have pick number 41 and 72 in the 2025 NFL draft. So at pick number 41, you can still address offensive line or defensive tackle or edge rusher. And at pick number 72, you can take the best player available, whether it's the safety position, whether you want another corner, whether you want another linebacker. You can just take the best player available. I'm at 41 and 72. So to me, once again, I feel like you get the best of both worlds, adding a game-changing tight end in Tyler Warren and a game-changing running back in Omarion Hampton. I think those two players would really take the Chicago Bears offense to the next level. So Bears fans, overall, let me know how you feel about this hypothetical scenario where the Bears land both Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State, and running back Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. Let me know down how you're feeling about it in the comment section. But as always, Bears fans, make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the Mic.